And we're live. Good to see you guys. I see several people popping in already. And it's always good to see you. Always good to see whoever pops in throughout the live. And then again on the replay, because I do go back and check that and see who's commented on that and see where you're at and everything. I did want to say I've had multiple requests to figure out how to be able to save the chat so that the people that come in on the replay can see the chat also. And I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to try to figure it out. And so I am going to do that. I'm going to try anyway. I know some people do, but I have not figured out how to do it. But that's not surprising because I haven't figured out how to do a lot of things. So, anyway, I just want to say hi to everybody and that I appreciate you being here and that I'm going to try to not be too spicy, but I just really do have a couple things I need to talk about, more than a couple actually. But I'm going to try to not name a whole lot of names. At first, I was like, I'm going to name names. And then I thought, no, you know what? It gives bad taste in my mouth to say some of those names. Not all of them. I mean, some of the people, it doesn't. But some of them, it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And, and I done brushed my teeth twice today. Hopefully, I don't have any lipstick on them or anything, or chocolate, because I did steal one of those little nuggets of chocolate covered almonds or whatever from Mark's stash a while ago because I thought I forgot to eat lunch. In fact, I forgot to eat breakfast. So I was just busy watching videos, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to check in with some of my chat for a minute and then we are going to get this started so we can get it over with, done with, and then walk away from it, right? Because that is what I am looking forward to. After this, y'all, unless something serious happens, I'm done with it. I am done with the drama. They live for it. They live and breathe it. They get off on it, and I don't. So, after this one, like I said, unless it's something that I really just can't ignore, then I'm going to ignore it. Hi, Mischief. She's in the back office, I see. We'll see how long. Sometimes she gets kicked out. And sometimes she comes over if she thinks that we're getting a lot of people in the chat. Sometimes she'll come over and kind of be in here too. So it just kind of depends what she's doing. So anyway, I'm going to say hi to everybody again. Hello, Mischief Managed. Absolutely. Welcome to the chat. Please keep this space kind and respectful. Please stay on topic. Anyone being rude to our host, mods, or chatters will get the boot immediately. I have really just told my mods that I'm over it. I'm over smartasses coming into channels and just to disrupt or to, like I get so busy looking at what they're saying that I lose what I'm thinking about, or I don't get to talk to somebody that's actually trying to be productive. So we're just not going to mess with you. If you come in here and act like an asshole, you're going to be gone. So remember the rules. Don't be a dick. So Marilee, she says, what Mischief said. That's right. Thank you, Marilee, for always being here. You guys, you're so great. Hey, I actually put one in here. LOL. That was me. Yep, I was laughing. I was laughing because Marilee said she wanted to know how Susie got a picture of her. So, Joe McCoy, it is good to see you. Good afternoon, and hope that all is well with you too. Absolutely. Evie, good to see you. Thank you and Joel both for being members. Emily, hello. Good to see you. George Massey, hi Susie, hi chat. Good to see you too. Oops, Janet from another planet. I started to say Janet without a planet. She just don't have one. She's just floating. She's out in the atmosphere somewhere floating. Jeez, this one might be fun, y'all. I've already messed up in the first 4 minutes, not even 5 minutes. So it's good to see you, Janet, and thank you to you and George for being members. Poet, it's always good to see you. Good evening to see you, or good evening to you too. See, this is gonna be interesting. Eileen Bradley, hello. Good to see you. Constance June. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, now I think she just does this, so we gotta say the words. Hef's googly-eyed hoo-ha. I had to pop in and plead my case. Anna from Canada, good to see you. There she is again. She'll be back with her government name in a minute. Oh, Hef. Totally Jersey, Lady Jane out. Good to see you. Marilyn Honig is here. Hey, Nomies. Don't you forget, girl. You remember that. Don't you ever forget. Just every time that you think about somebody saying that you look like a garden gnome, you just look at that little garden gnome picture I sent you, because that's what I see. Oh, my nose. Gosh. Okay. Hey, Susie. Or hi, Susie. Very new member here. I was only able to watch previous streams, live chats when I joined as a member. If that's helpful for anyone. I don't. Oh, the live chats. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. I'll have to look into that, but thank you for that little information. Hef is back to professional mode. Emily is a new member. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lady Jane out. I didn't do a thing to it today. I kind of did this and stuck a beret in it because I just Mark's always like, I thought you were gonna start like straightening your hair, and I'm like, do you understand? I have to blow dry it, then I have to straighten it, and then I have to try to make it curl in certain places. It's not as easy as he thinks. He has no idea. Deb says, "Old ladies unite." George. Oh no, hot dog. Hef's lost her googly eyes. Expect trouble. Oh, I love this name. This one fits me. I could be this name. Mom needs a beach house. Hello, good to see you. Hope you're having a nice day. Amy Kernaham, live chat replay, go full screen. It's a button bottom left. Okay, I will check into that. Okay, let's see here. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Who's a gnome? We love gnomes in this house. We do too. In my house, we absolutely do. Joe McCoy, my wife said to sit and keep my mouth shut. Yeah, like that will happen. I know. Y'all, I've already been scolded by Mischief Managed, and I'm, yeah, Hef, are you a flying monkey or a gnome? I'm so confused. Well, Marilyn's a gnome, but I did get called a flying monkey yesterday. So by somebody said they like me, but that I'm a I'm a flying monkey. So I'm confused. Y'all, I gotta show you this shirt. And this shirt is intended for who it's intended to or for, and not for everybody, obviously. So I think it can do for anybody. But she's back there doing this. I don't know what, she's having a party or something. So anyway, you got to see this. I'm gonna tilt my screen a minute. And yes, I got it on Temu, $8.64. I don't care how you were raised. Unlearn that shit. Was that funny? Because I'm sorry, it doesn't just apply. I don't think Timu produced it for ex-Scientologists. I think that it really fits for a lot of us, doesn't it? Yeah. Brian stays in a constant state of confusion. Life is easier that way. Amen. That's what Emily says. Totally Jersey says that's great. Terry Sue, good to see you. Yeah, F. I like you, but then I'm going to insult you. Yeah. Well, she didn't go on and on about liking me quite like she went on about about not liking me anymore. Yeah, could somebody tell me where I can see a flying monkey? A real one. Oh, Lori B., hush it. You're definitely a flying monkey for Aaron. You and Marilyn look ridiculous defending him and attacking others in his behalf. I have never attacked anybody on Aaron's behalf. So why are you even here? That's one of those don't be a dick moments, okay? So, thank you. Mm. We should all just have so much time in our life to sit around and just troll people. I deleted someone, y'all. I don't think I've ever done it before. Yep, she's gone. That was me. Spicy Susie is here. Well, not really. Uh, so anyway, we shall see. I'm gonna try to remain at least a little. Yeah, bye bye. I'm not putting up with it anymore, y'all. I'm not. I don't have to. I deleted some. It felt good, Brian. It did. It felt good. Thank you. Just, I mean, I wouldn't have, but I had just literally said, don't be coming on here being a dick. You know, we can disagree. We don't have to be jerks about it. And then she pops up. It's just like, ugh. Oh. Well, y'all, I'm going to get started or I'm going to get in trouble because mischief is in the house. Okay. And so is Mr. Mischief, I guess. So, hello. Good to see you. I wish I could see you. Aw, Linda Scott says that if we are gnomes, she wants to be one too. And oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Lathanda, for the Walker Fund. Yeah, because I am an old lady. Step right up and get yourself a big boot in the ass. Well, I've got Uggs on, but so it wouldn't hurt as much. They're kind of soft. Oh, peace and love. What's my response to R talking about you giving her a Bible and she doesn't even know you? I'm gonna handle that. Just trust me, I'm gonna handle that. Yeah, I think the majority of her age group or her audience are in the same age group, so she's basically insulting her own chat. Absolutely, Anna from Canada. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna get started, y'all, because what I really want to do is just talk to you all, but I want to get this part over with, and then we'll come back to it. I promise. Okay, and I promise to try not to miss anybody. Julie O'Connell, hello. I don't know if I said hi to you already, but if not, hello. Okay. All right. I have just a little something that I want to say about the continued fallout from the two interviews that Barb did with the Cultology twins. Barb would be SBTV Tattoo Warrior, if you don't know, and if you haven't seen it, please go watch their two videos where they, yeah, she needs that Bible, where they interview Barb is what I'm trying to say. My tongue got tied up in like a knot, y'all. So I'm gonna quit looking at the chat. What I need to do is take it off of there until I get till I get ready to look at it. So anyway, I really just mean for today to be kind of in good fun, but also enough, okay? Just enough. And oh, go watch Marilyn's live from earlier too, because she makes some amazing points, and I'm gonna try to not, step on her content, but I have a few things I want to say too. Cabana Chica, good to see you. I don't know what the deal is. The notifications just have not been going out like they ought to. So I don't know. But anyway, first of all, I'm going to hand out some compliments. Is that drama? kudos to Barb, okay, who I, again, don't know her. We're not friends. I'm not, patting the back of my friend. We're not enemies. We're just, I don't know her. So, anyway, I think she did great, actually, at not letting the host or the chat lead her to make comments that she couldn't back up, okay? There was a lot of loaded questions, especially from the chat. And, of course, they were all done in order to support their narrative, which, duh, right? Okay. Also, y'all, kudos. I'm handing it out, making it rain compliments, y'all. Also, kudos to the hosts for not being blatantly anti Aaron in the second interview. I think that it was a little more prevalent in the first interview. And I mean, of course, they have their biases. We all have our biases. I'm sorry, but there's not a person in here that doesn't have a bias of some sort. But they did pretty good at holding that in check and, just trying to let Barb talk, bless her heart, when she wasn't getting kicked off because of her internet issues. I did think that you favored a certain, 4 or 5 members of the chat that we can all pretty well guess, who had lots of very loaded comments / questions to ask about Aaron. And I think that, they were kind of given a little bit of preferential treatment. Maybe not. It's how it seemed. I'm only giving my opinion. And that opinion of a lot of people that spoke to me from the time that thing was over until about 3:00 this morning when I finally was like, "I've gotta go to bed. I have got to go to bed." Yeah, I thought it was good too that they kept saying that they're not diagnosing anyone. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, now the chat. All I can say is I don't know why some of y'all bother asking questions if you know the answers, which just takes time away that somebody that really has a question they want answered could be asking something, especially when it's such a big chat like that, and a lot of questions. I mean, like, they had at one point, I think like 36 or 38 or something like that questions starred. And like some of these people were like asking stuff that's either already been asked or they knew. And they were just like trying to, take that shovel and just dig a little deeper. So, and, anyway, but I also, don't understand why you ask questions if you're not gonna accept the answer that you get. It's like if you don't get the answer that you want, you didn't accept it. So, and of course, I'm not talking about the whole chat, that would be ridiculous. So, I I don't know. There were a lot of you that were great, and then there were some of you, like I said, 4 to 6 people that, ugh, they wouldn't have been satisfied with anything she said unless she absolutely, completely annihilated. I can't even talk. Annihilated. There we go. Annihilated. I'll get it eventually. Aaron, Reese, and Tommy, but of course, mostly Aaron. But and I get it. I get it. A lot of people are mad at him. A lot of people don't like him. I don't know. I get accused of like supporting him, which I do. I support his Scientology, his anti-Scientology content. And but they also, like that I just like that he's telling me what to say. Well, did he tell me to say he's an asshole? Because I've said that multiple times, and I don't think he's told me to say he's an asshole. I said he was a narcissist. Did he tell me to say he was a narcissist? No. First of all, I'm trying to think if he's told me anything ever. We've not ever talked ever, like ever. So y'all get over yourselves. I wish I was as popular. He's never had me on his show. He's never told anybody to go watch me. He has never done anything for me And I've never done anything for him except for call people out on bad behavior, which I do. I've done it for the people that are calling me out and calling me names. I've called out people for calling them names and being ugly to them. All of them. But they forget that, right? Because they got an agenda. I got an alfalfa thing in the back of my hair sticking straight up. Anyway, during her both interviews, actually, Barb, I will name her name because we're talking about her interview, said multiple times that Aaron is a narcissist and that he can be a bully and that he bullies the ones that he knows he can. I mean, she said a lot, but she said that repeatedly, right? But unless she tried to completely destroy him, she lost credibility with the chat because I guess telling the truth is not credible, right? She would say, "I never saw that." She didn't say he's never done it. She said she never saw it. She doesn't know if he never did it, just what she's seen or heard. What else do you want? You want her to go on there and lie? I mean, that's y'all's way you do it. What? That's how y'all track. That's what you do. You go on there and just lie. Just lie. Well, I give her kudos for not falling for your bullshit. That's what I give her kudos for. She's a tough lady and she's not stupid. I mean, y'all last night, I mean, it was a stacked deck. You know, it was a stacked deck and it just was not right. Again, I see it. Aaron can absolutely be a narcissist. A lot of people can. I see a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them in that chat last night, especially that, 4 to 6 people that I'm trying not to name because their names give me a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, she said that she thinks he's got or ADHD, which I do too, which shocking, right? By the way that I bounce around and can't stay on subject and everything. I mean, is that shocking to y'all? A lot of people have that. Does that mean they're evil? Am I evil because I have, I don't know, I don't even call it a disability, but whatever you want to call it. Hey, Dawn Gloves. Oh, you're still sick, babe. I'm sorry. Get you some rest, please. Get you some rest. Mm. So, speaking of narcissists, um, who is it that does the 8 or 9 hour lives daily? Not Aaron. Not anybody but one person that I know of. Now, okay. Remember back whenever, and they probably still doing it, but I don't watch a whole lot of it. I just don't have time. But a lot of the protesters would do these really long lives because they would just film everything that they did while they were out there. And so those were lives. But I'm talking about a 3 to 9 hour live where she's like ranting and raving and, craziness. We all know who that is, right? Hmm. But I mean, it's okay for some people, certain people, to do this ranting live, 9 hour lives, right? Because I mean, they were raised in a cult, right? She deserves grace, right? She's damaged. She's striking out because she's hurt. This is all the crap that comes in my box, right? In my email or my messages and comments and everything else. All these excuses, excuses, excuses. But wasn't Aaron also in a cult? No, she is also a narcissist. You can be a victim and also a perpetrator. Two things can be true at one time, avocado professor. So you can get triggered, but that doesn't give you the right to destroy people. It doesn't. And again, wasn't Aaron in a cult too? The same cult? He's a victim of narcissistic abuse. He's a survivor of that. Why is it okay if she and others, but if she specifically is a narcissist and abuses people with it, but it's not okay for him? I think they were in there about the same amount of time. But, we have to forgive her. She's damaged. But Aaron's just mean, 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 mean. I mean, do we, let her go because she's funny? Because I haven't seen too much of funny. I used to all the time. I would laugh my ass off at some of the stuff she'd come up with. I loved watching her. She was the channel that I went to first. But and she's not alone. She's got all of her friends, right? And when one shows up, they all follow. I mean, literally the chat, y'all, was like a big fuck you to Barb because she didn't rip Aaron apart and like agree with stuff that she said she never saw. Well, again, she's not a liar, but I guess that's what you want. Yeah, Emily, aren't we all damaged? You don't have the market on it. You don't have the market on damage. If she had lied, she'd be your hero today. That's absolutely the truth. If she'd went on there and lied, y'all would be just like, talking about how great she was. But instead, all we're getting is a bunch of noise about how she is still in the cult of Aaron, that she's making some kind of big deal to put the attention on a couple of other people that she talked about, Reese and Tommy, because she talked about them. I can say their names because she did. But supposedly she's putting the blunt, or putting all the attention over on them to get it off of Aaron. Y'all got too much time. You got way too much time on your hands. Oh. She didn't supply y'all with fresh content, so she's this awful person, like, okay. I mean, seriously. And yes, I'm checking my notes because I want to stay on topic. I don't know why y'all just insist on continuing to destroy this community. You all kissed Aaron's ass for a long time. As long as he was promoting your channels, having you on there, showing your clips, all that. Same with Marilyn. Ass kissing. Till they're just like, especially Aaron is just like, I'm not going to do this anymore. Y'all have lost your minds. I mean, and I'm paraphrasing for Aaron. I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. But seriously, hey, Chad, good to see you. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy that you've decided that this man is evil and so he must be destroyed. His channel needs to be canceled. Oh, let's get all of our subscribers and all of their subscribers and all of their subscribers and all of their subscribers. Let's get them to all file bogus bullshit complaints about his channel. It's just ridiculous. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Jesus. I mean, if this is what you get with all the therapy that y'all have been to, is it a wonder that some of us are like, I ain't going to therapy? I mean, maybe LRH had a point. Jesus, y'all. Man, move on. Do you honestly think that all this hate is doing any good for you, for your health, for your mentality, for any of that? No, it's not. All you're doing is just hurting everybody, and I'm sick of it. Apparently, my dog is sick of it too. That might be Mark coming home. It's Thursday, right? He comes home early sometimes. He'll be staring at me over the top of the laptop in a minute if it's him. So now I'm going to go on to another person, and I'm going to try not to name her. But I want to address a couple things that she's been having to say on her lives. Number one, Marilyn Honig does not look like a garden gnome. Oh, God. What really chapped my ass about it, Marilyn's biscuits get burnt, my ass gets chapped over it, was that this insult came from a woman who tells her chat every night that she thinks that all women are beautiful and that all women are sexy. She just thinks that women are gorgeous. Who claims that women's bodies are just beautiful and that the way that clothes drape on their bodies and stuff is just beautiful, no matter what their size is. I mean, at least on camera, that's what she says. It's a little different off camera. Why attack Marilyn's looks? She didn't attack her looks. She didn't attack anybody's looks. I attacked George's looks yesterday. I said he had a little butt. So, I'm sorry. Forgive me, George, but you do have a little butt. Number two, why bring up now, months after it happened, that Hef sent you hoo-ha pictures? Why, why say several women sent you gross, ugh, hoo-ha pictures? Did you forget that you repeatedly asked for them because you thought maybe that yours was, something was wrong with it? Remember the flap? The flap crap? Is there two? Is there four? Is there 1.5? Is there I don't even know. I was just like, "What the fuck?" You know? I mean, I laughed about I'm not gonna lie. I laughed because I thought, "Oh my god, this is like crazy town." It's just not I mean, and I'm not mad at you for talking about it. It's your channel. You can talk about whatever you want. My problem is when months later, you go on there and you badmouth somebody for sending something that you asked for. And then you and your little creepy ass boyfriend do the whole, you know, well, that's exactly what I thought whenever you played the audio of you giving him a blowjob. That's supposed to be private. This is not a porn site. I mean, granted, you couldn't see it, thank God. But seriously. I mean, I remember the live when you were asking for pictures. A lot of people do. Apparently you don't. She thinks I'm old. Maybe she's got early onset dementia because there's a lot of stuff she doesn't seem to remember. I remember that night because you droned on and on about the whole 2 flaps, 4 flaps, 1.5 flaps, on and on and on, and it just like you wouldn't let it go. It's funny that a good comedian, since you think you're a comedian, and your chat sometimes tells you that you are needs to have a comedy show, but a good comedian knows when to make a joke and then walk away from it. If it didn't, you know, get the effect that you wanted, walk away. Read your audience. Now, granted, a lot of people liked it. Accept that they liked it and move on to the next thing. Don't just keep going back and back and back and back and back. And the fact that you showed your nasty ass boyfriend a private picture is disgusting. And if your creepy ass boyfriend respect women the way he claims that he does, he wouldn't have looked. He would have said, "No, babe, no, that's private." Ugh. It just the audacity and it just ugh. It makes me wanna gag and not at the pictures, at you for doing that. How dare you? Whether or not that it makes any sense that they sent the pictures, that's beyond, right? We're beyond that point. It happened. But for you to not only show him, but who else did you show? You show Johnny? Spanx? Who else? Who else did you show? Because I'd bet it wasn't just you and Tommy that was looking at them. I would bet money. Yeah, Hef, you did put googly eyes on it to be funny. That's funny. I'm just like I don't know. I mean, I get it. You were born and raised in a cult. You're fucked up. So am I. So is about everybody in this chat. We're all a hot mess express. But you're the only one that I know of that requested pictures of hoo-haws and then showed them to people. And kind of, low key threatening to show them to other people. Sick. If you hadn't repeatedly asked, they wouldn't have sent them. I mean, if it was a kind of one-off, like, "Oh, yeah, send me some hoo-ha pictures, haha," you wouldn't have got them. But no, it went on and on and on for the whole freaking live. And we know yours usually go, hour and a half, 2 hours. So then again, number 3 here, y'all. I think I got 5. About your comments that Marilyn Honig and I are old ladies. Old women. I'm sorry, she didn't even call us ladies. That's adorable, Reese. It really is. Coming from a woman that married 2 old men. Now, I'm married to an older man. Mark is 9 years older than me. He's about the same age as your ex-husband, your most recent ex-husband. But 2 of the 3 men she's married were much older than her. I mean, I think the most recent ex-husband, see, I'm really trying hard not to name all these other people. I don't mind naming some of them. But I think this most recent husband was in his 60s somewhere. I think maybe his mid to late 60s, which is about where Mark's at. 67 is what Mark is, in case you want to know. Yeah. But then poor old dead Fred. Now he was how old when you married him? 95. He was like 96 when he died. And you go on and on all the time about, how sexy and how hot these old men make you. Snail trails. Remember that one? It goes on all the time. That's one of your favorite lines about these old men and your icky boyfriend. Your most recent ex-husband is also a pretty good sized dude, right? I mean, you jab at him all the time over it online. On your lives, you're always talking about how fat he is. And, um, you know, I mean, there's all kinds of, I can't remember all the stuff that your boyfriend says, but you married him and he was that size and that age basically when you married him. I don't know. You thought he was hot. You had sex with him and bragged about it with him sitting next to you. Remember the whole he likes to eat peaches? Constantly talking about peaches and how good he is at it. I don't think he was talking about, or you were talking about the ones that grow on trees. But now she makes fun of anybody that's older or women that's older. She fat shames them. I guess it's only okay to be fat and old if you have a pee-pee stick in Reese's book. If you got a pee-pee stick, you can be a fat-ass toad and you can be 95 years old. And she'll still bone ya. And okay, I'm going to be a little petty Betty here for just a second. Maybe a little more than a second. But something that always bothered me was that you constantly, every time you have anything to say about your most recent ex-husband, you comment that, he's such a piece of garbage and everything because he asked you out at poor old dead Fred's funeral. But you said yes. You went. So it's only bad if he asked, but it's fine that you said yes and went. Fred wasn't even freaking buried yet. He wasn't cold. You're already like, well, I see an old pee-pee stick and I'm gonna go for it. And speaking of age, y'all, Marilyn, I believe, is in her early 50s, maybe. I don't know. Hef's in her 40s. And I am the ripe old age of 58. 58. Neither of us, none of us, are the dried up, geriatric old prudes that you like to make it sound like we are. Mm. Both of us are married to men that think that we're, gorgeous and sexy. And, you know, there's absolutely no denying that Alan thinks that Hef is like pretty damn hot. I mean, hell, I think Hef's hot. Ugh. But these husbands of ours, they find us vibrant and sexy. And I don't want to shock you, Reese. Oops. We both do have sex with our husbands. You did not invent it. You don't corner the market. You didn't even perfect it. Trust me, I did. Mm. We just don't broadcast our sexcapades on our channels because we have enough respect for our relationships and our men, the man, in each of our lives, that we're just not going to broadcast that stuff. I mean, That's something if you wanna make jokes about that kind of stuff with your girlfriends kinda thing, it's kinda still ick, but the internet? Mm. Did you have you stopped to think about your son? And that what if he hears it, or what if some of the kids at school hear it and they bully him? I mean, please, if you don't have any self-respect, show your son just a little bit of respect. I'm not really even sure that you or your boyfriend deserve respect, but your son does. He's a child. And half of the stuff that you talk about, and then you say, well, he told me I could. Well, what is it that Serge says? Kids can't consent. Kids can't consent. Kids can't consent. If you go look at the law, kids can't consent. That's where that statutory rape comes in. Ask Tommy about that one. Oops. Pretty sure that he knows a little bit about statutory rape or grape. I'm probably going to get demonetized, but I really don't even care. And by the way, just saying, I have fought 14 freaking years to get to this age and to age beyond this age. So, you tell me that you're sorry that, I've been so sick and that you're praying for me and all that, but your little jabs prove, again, you're a liar. Number 4, you've made a lot of claims about mine and Marilyn's content on our channels, especially for somebody that says on every single live that you don't watch YouTube. I mean, I guess you watch your boyfriends and his brothers and his sons, but you don't watch any YouTube. So how do you know what our content is? But let me educate you just a little bit, dear. Marilyn and I don't rely on sex or our therapy sessions or the never goes anywhere gesture crap for content, for original content. We actually spend hours, even days, researching stories that we then, figure out what to do with it and what's fact and what's not. And, there's a lot of work that goes into it. I realize that you don't understand that, but there is. There's a lot of fact checking and, looking at sources and deciding what's important and what's not important and all that. Okay. And we do several lives a week of original content, either on Scientology or other cults or other high control relationships, that kind of thing. That's what we do. We also do find time to watch and support other YouTube creators. So maybe you should try it. Then you wouldn't look so stupid when you say that we don't have any original content. This is original content. Yesterday, when I was talking about Young Living, original content. All these other days, original content. What we don't do, though, is we don't sad fish. or grift. Yeah, we get memberships, we get super chats, and we're grateful for those. But we don't tell sad sack stories. I'm cold. My son needs baseball lessons. I could go on and on because if one doesn't get this, doesn't start raining in the bucks, and she goes to the next one and the next one and the next one. I don't know. Does she have like a list over here that she can like check on? And then when she gets done with it, she starts back at the beginning. I don't know. Because there's always something. Number 5. That's not going to be the end of it. I still have some more stuff, but this is my specific issues. Neither Marilyn's or my channel has as many subs as you do. We know that. We can see numbers too. We can add and subtract and multiply and divide. Ugh. Neither of us gets the amount of super chats and all that you do. And guess what? We don't care. We don't care if you get super chats. The only thing any of us said was, don't manipulate people to get it. And then I know your little chat's going to sit there and go, I'm not being manipulated. Here's my not manipulated text. Well, of course you don't think you're being manipulated, but you are. Or maybe you're not, but some people are. I literally have talked to several people that send her super chats that have told me that they can't afford it. They're worried about their electric. They're worried about eating. They're worried about how they're going to get their medicine. But they send her, it might be $5, but it's a super chat. And no, you didn't force them to do it. But they want so badly for you to like them and to mention them. That's manipulation. That's grifting. I mean, yeah, we're not maybe as successful as you are, but we're successful in our own right, in our own channels. Our channels are what we want. We don't want your channel. Trust me. But I'll tell you something else. Neither one of us lost 400 subs overnight. And why did that happen? Because 2 old ladies said enough. 2 old ladies that you want to make fun of and call fat and call, garden gnomes and lie about our content and all this stuff. All we did was say, enough. Knock off the bullshit and just do your channel. Collect as many super chats as you can, as many memberships as you can. I don't care. If anybody makes a dime on YouTube, I am all for it. Even you. Even you. Anybody. Even the other person that I don't like. The other 5 or 6 people that I don't like. Because it's not like I don't like anybody. I like a lot of people. I just don't like assholes and bullies. Purposeful assholes and bullies. And, okay. This new therapist that you've got, this Stuart, if he even freaking exists, seriously. Him calling our channels trash on your first ever visit with him. It sounds a little sus. Asking if you're going to watch that trash. He's never watched us. He doesn't know you. I'm gonna say he either doesn't exist or you're putting words in his mouth. I mean, it was kinda convenient that you found this new, um, therapist and went to him on the very day that you get your ass handed to you. And I'm not talking about me, and I'm not talking about Marilyn. I'm talking about those 400 people. And I might get my ass handed to me tonight. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, just lost track of my notes and I found it. Back to um I think yesterday or day before yesterday or something, and I said that, that we aren't like best friends by any means, but that, that I considered you a friend on some level. And then in another attempt to discredit me, you went on your live and said that you don't know why Susie's talking about you because, you know, you don't even know her and we're not friends or anything. You don't talk to me. Well, we might not have been besties. I'm kind of glad because look what you did to the ones that were. But we communicated. We communicated in chat. We communicated in Messenger. We even did a couple of like emails and text. I got a lot of the I love yous and the you're gorgeous, that kind of thing. Uh, so I was trying to find out, like, am I dreaming this? Did we really not ever talk? Is this something I imagined? So I referenced back to my Facebook Messenger. Now, I would have referenced back to my um, emails and texts, but if you've watched my videos, we got hacked like 3 times in 3 months, and so my money, my credit card and bank account. And no, I don't think you did it, so don't even go there. Good lord, I hate to even mention something because that'll be the next thing. They said I hacked her account. Oh, jeez. But anyway, it happened. And so, one of the things that we were told to do by the fraud department was to get rid of all of our old emails, all of our old texts, all of that, change our browsers. They gave us a list, okay? We've been really busy doing that, really busy changing passwords and all that. So I don't have the ones that were on email or text, but I do have the ones that were in Messenger. I hadn't gotten there yet. Okay. And I'm kind of glad I didn't because I was not out of my mind. We did communicate on some level. So on January 29th of 2024, I sent you a message, and I'm not going to read my entire message because I am wordy AF, y'all. You know that. You can tell from this damn live that we're on that I'm about to get in trouble for with mischief. But I am going to tell you like what the gist of it was. Okay. So anyway, I sent this person a message about how this was the first time that I had ever messaged her. And I talked about that I had really let myself go because of my health, but that, listening to her, go on about fashion and makeup and all these things that I had went and bought myself all this new makeup and that I was trying to, make myself get up and get dressed even if I wasn't going anywhere. And take care of myself a little bit better for me, not for anybody but me. And I told her all this. And she replied, Susie, this is the most beautiful message. May I share this? It really hits me hard. You're incredible. I thank you so much. I'm absolutely okay not sharing it. I also wouldn't name you. It's just, I love this and your story so much. It means everything to me. I'd love to meet you sometime or someday. Sorry. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you, babe. You're so kind and amazing to me with a heart and the praying hands. So I replied that she could share it. It was fine with me, and she could even name me. I didn't care. What was really funny was that I did list my weight in it. And so I blabbed to the whole damn. I wouldn't even let Mark look at the scale when I would get on it. I would like, side eye my daughter if she did. But then I announced to the being via her my weight, which since then I'm just like, you know what? People see me. They know. They know. I'm not a skinny girl. She did read it to her chat and she cried and she called me her good friend and went on about how she was so proud of me and that how beautiful I am and all this. She also replied to me and said, I just love you and this message so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad we're friends. You're incredibly inspiring. And I'm, lapped it up like everybody else. On February 3rd of 2024, I sent her a message that she was talking about Fred in the live and that she believes that he watches over her. And I sent her a message that said that he dropped the body, but he picked up his wings and that he is her guardian angel. She replied and said, Susie, that's so beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Love you. February 5th, I messaged that I had sent her a small gift via Amazon, nothing big, just something cute and funny that I found, and that it was set to arrive that day. I didn't get a reply. And I had actually sent her a couple other just, chit-chatty kind of messages that she didn't reply to, and that was fine. She's busy and she gets how many? And I mean, they didn't require a reply. Let's put it that way. I gotta have a drink, y'all. My peppermint tea. So August 10th, I sent her a meme of some kind of random cartoon of a jester, like not like a real person, but like a court jester. And she replied back. She said, thanks, Susie. If you ever have questions about me or why I spend money or anything like that, you're always welcome to ask. Of course, I was like, okay. Whatever. I sent her a reply back, says, I don't have any questions, I mean, okay, I might have lied about that one a little bit because at this point I was starting to be like, something doesn't feel right. I couldn't really pinpoint it, but I just knew it didn't feel right. But I stressed in this one that I love both her and Hef because I knew that there was some kind of disagreement between them, but I had not yet talked to Hef about it. But I knew that there was something, first of all, because Hef was gone. But I told her, I said, I love you both, and this puts me in a rough position, and I'm just not going to take sides. Sound familiar? Same thing I said about other people. Now, this was before I saw all the receipts that I've seen. She replied, I completely understand. I wish that too. Because I had said, I just want the drama to stop. I just want to, I don't enjoy the drama. Says, I'm doing my best not to mention or not to name Hef and Barb. I don't believe content creators should trash each other, should trash other content creators. Trying to keep it real here, not paraphrase. It's best to go to the source. than to stir up more unnecessary drama. And then later at some point, I don't know, it was the same day, she sending many healing thoughts your way. August 19th, I sent a screenshot of a picture of her latest ex-husband with his new girlfriend. And I asked her, "Is this the new girlfriend?" Because I, like, didn't know if it was, like, like a sister, you know? I didn't know. So I said, "Is this the new woman?" You know? And I said, "He really looks like he's aged and gained weight," meaning since they had split up and she had moved off. I mean, he did. He looked terrible. I don't know if he looked I thought he kinda just looked bloated, but he's not in great health, so that's absolutely possible. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't fat shaming the man. I was actually, even though I don't like him and I still don't like him, I was, thinking a little bit, a little bit scary, right? That she hadn't been gone long. She replied and said, "Yes, he looks bad. I feel badly for that lady." I replied and said, "Me too, but I'm just glad it wasn't you." August 28th of 2024, I messaged her that I was going to be doing a live on gaslighting, and that how all I could envision was the most recent ex-husband and how he gaslit her. I mean, and I absolutely think he's awful and that he did. I believe that he absolutely did. I don't think I don't think she lies all the time. I think, I really don't. She replied, "That's great. It's a good topic for sure. I believe it helps so many people to break it all down. Thanks for letting me know." September 11th, I'm almost done. September 11th, 2024, I sent a message saying that I had sent her a gift on Amazon. It was a study Bible. Okay. Because she had been saying in the lives that she was interested and open to learning about God. And she had said something about the Bible, it's confusing. Very, and it is. It can be very confusing, and especially to somebody new, new to reading it and trying to figure out all of it. It can be a little hard. So anyway, so I told her that I had sent her that. And I also told her some life update, I'm a chit chatter, y'all. I talk a lot. So on September 13th, she replied, "Susie, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it. I definitely have a strong curiosity about God lately. I'm happy to explore that. I've been thinking about you and Mark a lot, and I really hope the chemo helps him. I'm so sorry. It's been so hard with my dad. He's in the final stages. Been really tough, but so glad to be here and spend time with him. Stay in touch," and a heart. September 13th, I messaged her, and it's long, and I'm not gonna, like, I can post all this on my, what do you call it, community thing if if you want it. But anyway, so I messaged her about the gift, to tell her when it was supposed to be coming, and again, because there had been a lot of talk by this point, there had been a lot of stuff, okay? And again, I said that I'm still friends with Hef, but I don't ever talk to her about you, and I'm not going to talk to you about her, okay? And just mainly just chit chat. Just, I mean, it wasn't crazy long, but I mean, September 28th. "Hi, Susie. I opened my beautiful, meaningful gifts from you. Thank you, my friend. So kind. I'm looking forward to exploring. I hope all is well. Thank you." I sent a couple of other chats about it, being up to her because her and her boyfriend, fiance, were getting back together, and people were either like all for it or all against it. I mean, and they were very vocal. And I mean, I kind of felt for her because I felt like, man, she is a grown ass woman. Let her make her own decisions. And so basically, that's what I told her. And I said that it was up to her if she takes him back. And I did give her some advice about different denominations of Christian churches because she had went to one and it was a little out there, and it had made her very uncomfortable. And so I was saying, you might start with more like a Methodist church or something because, they're a little less like intense. And I said, I don't know, some of the Baptists are fine, but some of them can be kind of, different too. I mean, just visit a bunch of them. You can go to one every single week. And so anyway, I gave her a little bit of advice on that. October 22nd. Thanks, Susie. Not because I said, I hope this doesn't offend you. I'm not trying to boss you around. I don't mean to offend you. She says, thanks, Susie. Not offended at all. I appreciate the information. October 25th, 2024. Long chit chat about that I was figuring out that some people that had claimed that they were my friends, especially on YouTube, were not my friends, that they were stabbing me in the back, and that we just need to move on from the drama, that I wasn't mentioning it and she didn't need to mention it, and blah blah blah. And oh, I did say that because okay, the live that I was in question, she had like issued an invitation to the latest group, the second group of mods that had left, and said, if you got something to say, come on here and talk to me in person. We're not going to attack you, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I noticed that they didn't, but I said, in all honesty, they didn't know you were going to talk about it. So if they've quit being your mod and being your friend, they probably are not watching your channel because, I mean, we don't all do that. We don't all stalk people, for better words, cyber stalk them after a breakup, right? Now, right after this, I saw a bunch of receipts. I had seen some, but then I saw even more. So I was just like, oh boy, geez, great. So on October 30th, she says, she messaged me and she said, "Hey Susie, I'm so sorry for what you and your husband are going through. Chemo is so hard. I drive my dad every week. It's rough." Yes, it is. "Thanks for being so upfront with me. I never go watch or read what they are saying. There's just so much of it. I'm disappointed in those that decided to take it to my channel." I don't even know what that means. So she says, "Oh well, just makes me close down my circle. So many have turned out to be untrustworthy." On December 5th, I wrote about how how I had in the past had some uneasy feelings about her current boyfriend, fiance, and that I had based those on some stuff that I was seeing, and I don't know him, and that she knows him, and that so she needs to make her decisions based on what she knows and on what she can and can't put up with, and that I've had to do the same with Mark. you know I was like, kind of like, hey, we all go through this. This is not like something crazy. So on January 8th of this year, she messaged me back and she said, "Hi, Susie. Thank you for the kind message. I truly appreciate it and I love your advice." Later on that day, she said, "I just got your card today. It's absolutely beautiful." I had painted her a Christmas card too. "H and I thank you. I hope you and your husband are well," with a heart and the praying hands. Now, that was a lot. Do those messages sound like she knows who I am and that we talk, that she talks to me? Because she claims she doesn't know me and that we don't talk. My point being, if she will lie about something as insignificant as if she knows me or that we talk, do you really believe she's not going to lie about big stuff? Because if so, I got a bridge, y'all, and it is a nice one. And I will sell it to you for a real good price. Does it sound like that I gave her reason to think that I'm trash? Or that she does think that I'm trash? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm fat and sassy as hell. But I'm not fat and trashy, and I'm not a liar. And I might absolutely be a bitch at times. Ask Mark, he'd probably tell you. My nickname used to be the newspaper bitch, y'all. But I'm not trash. And neither's Marilyn. Neither's Hev. And now, y'all, I just really want her to leave me and everybody else alone. Go do your damn grift. I don't care. At this point, they've heard it. They're either going to see it for themselves or not. I don't want you to lose your channel. I know you said that too. I really don't. I want you to keep your channel. I want you to keep getting super chats. I want every creator that's doing any kind of, content on YouTube to make money if possible. I like to do it with the views so that Google's got to pay me. Now, I ain't going to turn down no super chats or members or any of that because I'm not stupid and the money helps. Oh, she also said that I'm having financial trouble, and I was. Last year when we were doing chemo. Chemo was like $1,500, 1,200 something to $1,500, depending on how many days there were, um, a month. That was my part. That hurt. Mark had purposely, before we knew we were going to do that, he had reduced his hours at work so that he could be home to take care of me because I required care. We had been in Houston and he had been off work for a month while I went to Houston for surgery. There had been a lot, and yeah, we were struggling, and it's getting so much better now. So much. We're also trying to pay off all of our debt so that he can retire. I'm hoping for March. He's saying December. Paying off all our debt. We had some. We had a bad dude that was handling some of all of our stock accounts, and we lost a huge chunk of money that we're having to pay back. Do we have to pay ourselves back? No. But if we don't have money for retirement. So we're paying it back now while we've got it. So yeah. But I don't sit there and manipulate people into super chats. In fact, I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. I cry when they give them to me. And it's legit. I'm seriously just so blown away when it happens or whenever I get memberships or anything. I get off of here and I cry because of people showing up. Because I'm like, why would people want to come watch me? I wasn't in the cult. But, we told some truths So you went on the attack. And the only reason that we told truths was because people were attacking our friends, your former friends, people that you threatened, people that your boyfriend threatened, people that are in hiding, some of them, because of threats. So, there's that. I want her to just leave us alone, go back to making content on her channel, concentrate on Scientology. We're supposed to be fighting them. But all she ever says about him is how much she misses it. The whole time that she's showing or, audio recordings of phone calls that got her ex-mother-in-law in super bad trouble. There was no need to show those or to play them. But then complaining that somebody brings up something from a few months ago. Goose gander. Goose gander. Yeah, I'm going to go check with my chat. And then I'm going to go and have a big old bowl of beef stew that I've got in the crock pot that I forgot to turn the crock pot. I had it all cooked and then just dumped it into the crock pot. But I forgot to turn the crock pot on until, seriously, 20 minutes before I went live. So we're going to have a late dinner, but pretty soon I'm going to be sitting down for that bowl of soup that I've been thinking about all day. So I'm going to try to go back up here and see what we got going. Okay. Y'all, again, if I miss somebody, it is just that I missed you. It is certainly. Yes. Absolutely none of us are shrinks, and we don't have the authority to diagnose, plus even a professional wouldn't do that without several sessions, and certainly not diagnosing me and Marilyn. Oh, boy. I'd like to talk to Stuart. You can email us his number. I'll try to get caught up to where I was at. Okay, I was there. I saw that. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So Emily's a new member. Good to see you. Deb says, "Old ladies unite." I think I had already read that one, but it's cute, so I'm reading it again. Lathanda says, or Lathanda, I can never get your name right. It keeps popping up and then it's gone. I didn't mean to imply that you're an old lady. Sorry if it came across that way. I remembered you saying that you were saving up for a fancy walker. I am, y'all. Well, if she sees me with that walker, I'll really be old, won't I? Well, what gets me is, isn't that like talking about our age? Isn't that ageism? And, you know, making fun of any kind of disabilities and that ableism. Yeah. Okay, good. You can see it on replay, but you are a member. So yeah, I guess that's what it is. If you're a member, which I didn't know. Joel, you've done really good at sitting back and keeping your mouth shut, which I think he did leave, but I'm going to go ahead and put that on there in case he pops back in on the replay. Okay. I already read that. Journey 2020, good to see you. Just popping in. Spicy Susie is here. Well, seasoned. At my age, I'm seasoned to perfection, y'all. Well, Thanda, thank you so much for the super chat for the Walker Fund. I almost have enough for it. I am about to order it very soon. So, are we Susie's gnomes? Yeah, or Marilyn's. Yeah, the majority of her audience is that old. Yeah, that was a quick turnaround from being flying monkeys to gnomes. Oh, Hef says, OMG, Susie, I love that Southern. I'm going to handle that. That needs to be on a t shirt. Oh. Marilyn says she needs that Bible if she's going to preach the scripture to us and use it against us. Yeah, she's been doing that too. I'm so glad you're back, Cabana Chica. It's good to see you. Sweet Koala, good to see you. Emily, go back and watch Marilyn's. It's a good one. And if you want to, I know that some of y'all don't like Aaron, but he did a really good video today clearing up some misconceptions. Yes, Barb was very truthful. And a certain person was trying to control the conversation, but she didn't let her. Sweet Koala says, I was in a narcissistic relationship and ended up with chronic fatigue syndrome. Yeah. If Jenna wanted us to pick sides, I definitely would, but that's clear that that's not what she wants or needed. Absolutely. She even said that. Goodness. I've been talking a while. Yes, absolutely, Julia. People diagnosing disorders can have a negative effect when people want to seek treatment. Absolutely. Or they'll just believe. Like sometimes I know people that somebody has said, you are so like, okay, just I'm not going to tell you who I'm talking about, but anyway, uh, you all don't even know him. It's not in this group or, it's not on YouTube. So anyway, I know somebody that was told by 2 or 3 different people, "You are so bipolar." Well, they just believed that they were bipolar, and at some point they moved and all this stuff, and they, like, told their doctor that they were bipolar, and the doctor, dumbass, just took it for granted and put them on medicine and everything, and it messed them up, because they weren't bipolar. So, don't be dishing out diagnosis, and even if somebody does, don't take it for granted that they know what the hell they're talking about. That's right, none of us are shrinks, Marilyn. Comment, I didn't mean to imply. Okay, I read that one. Dawn Glove says, "Stop, you look adorable," says Dawn, who always Yeah. Are you talking about Aaron? He probably doesn't know who most of us are, but I wouldn't expect it on a channel as large as his. I wouldn't either. I mean, I'm like nobody. I mean, one time he said something about, oh, this a few days ago, he said, "Hey, hey, Susie Overholtz, I got your email. Sorry I didn't answer you." Still didn't answer, Aaron. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But that's like it. That's our communication ever. The Journey 2020 says, my exchange and emails with Aaron are either moot at this point or at this point only responds if he's interested. He owes me nothing and doesn't know me. I would like if he was more helpful, but oh well. Absolutely. No, I did not take it as a Marilee's right. I did not take it in any way, shape, or form as an insult. Don't worry. Oh, I just feel so bad. Dawn has really not been feeling well for a while. Renee Noel says, I love me some salsa. Be spicy, be spicy. I really try not to be. The avocado professor says, I agree. Sometimes I think the chat looks for drama. As a narcissist survivor, I saw Barb being a total rock star. She's got Aaron's number and knows how to handle him and take it on. Absolutely. I agree. And I mean, I think that's how she lives life, right? I mean, she's had 30 foster children. I mean, the woman's no pushover. She just, it's the other N word. Yeah, I can't do one content for 5 hours either, or even longer. Yeah, for fundraisers or something, because I can kind of pop in and out and stuff, but yeah, protesting on the scene, etc. Yeah, but yeah, does she wear Depends? I don't know. I would have to. But I'm old. Uh, yeah. She has great Scientology content and can be very funny. Absolutely. I miss those days. LPB says agreed the never ending streamer displays more symptoms of narcissism than ASL, in my opinion. Ruby's mommy, respectively, I'm an SA survivor. If I get triggered, it can be horrible. I agree. Absolutely. Triggering is bad. George Massey, the inappropriate heifer. I feel your pain. My local F store has run out and I've got no more to give. Yeah. He has no more F's to give, y'all. For someone, nameless YouTube creators. Marilee says, CJ, I used to love her streams until she went over the edge. Yes, you did. We talked about that a while back because I was like already being like, I'm fed up with it. And you were like, I really like her. And I said, well, I really like her too, but she's, it's getting a little rough. Yes, Julia, the lies about Aaron buying subs is absolutely ridiculous. Linda Scott says, when Barb wouldn't validate their accusations shrouded as questions, I could feel the frustration through the screen. Oh, yeah. Kathy says, I can't stand my ex-husband. I could not talk about him for hours on end. I could, but I have moved on from him. He hurt me, but I have let it go. She needs to move on. Good grief. Well, he's not even her ex-husband. He's just an ex-friend. Yeah, Margie Barr, when did Reddit become the truth? Last I knew it was all OSA and lies. Well, I want to know where my check from the Jesters and OSA checks are, because that was another thing that a certain person said, was that we were getting paid by the Jesters or OSA. It's ridiculous. I want to know. Maybe that's why I'm not having so many financial problems anymore, y'all. I got my big old payoff. Yeah, Constance June. Some people think they're going to build it back better without Aaron and take over what he had, minus a fundraiser. They don't want that amount of work. What got me was that last night she said, "Why doesn't he, like, close the foundation down and let those that are really helping help?" They've already helped, like, 5 people with thousands of dollars, 2 of which one of which was her. The other one is another ex-Scientologist that is slamming him on the daily. Yeah. Hef says, I can speak from my experiences, but she literally makes people feel so sorry for her, so deeply that they would do anything to protect her." Renee Noel says, "I like Aaron and I don't care who knows it." I like him too. I like his Scientology content. I know he can be a turd, but he has a pee-pee stick. And I'm sorry, guys, but a lot of y'all can be little turds. So can women, but I am a woman. And so I'm looking at it from my perspective and seeing that, yeah, some of you all, the carrier of the pee-pee sticks can be. I do still love you, Marilee. I'm not sure what that one was about, but okay. Yes, Hef's infamous hoo-ha. Yeah, has anybody Peace and Love 1969 says, "Has anybody seen her sell gifts that she got from subscribers?" I have not, but I've not looked. Um, I am gonna venture a guess that when Barb said that she was speaking from her knowledge, not mine. Hoo-ha gate. Yes, Marilyn. No, you had not said anything about her appearance, but you did say that the picture of the gnome and this person might have had the same makeup artist. Yes, she did call them gross pictures and they gagged. Yeah, she called them gross after asking for them. Yeah, who's asking for hoo-ha pictures? That's gross. The 2025 hoo-ha incident. It was actually in 2024, but it's, expanded. The 2024-25 hoo-ha incident. Yeah, knowing what they supposedly are doing with pictures, with people's pictures that they have, if they had my contact info, I would block them everywhere, so not to get trapped up in anything not of the law. Constance, I agree with you. Yeah, she feels so insecure. She asked for pictures to show Tommy so he doesn't think anything of hers. Yeah. Yeah, she should not have shown him Hef's and then to make fake puke noises and make fun of her. That, my friend, is revenge porn. And it's illegal AF. Hey, Alan. Thank you for being a member. Hi, everyone, and much love to Susie. I'm at work and wanted to show you some support. Love you, Hef. Isn't he just the sweetest thing? I mean, seriously, Hef. If I wasn't crazy about my husband, I might would fight you. I'd throw hands. I might fight you for him. But since I'm happy for you. Not just because I'm happy. I'm happy for you regardless, even if I was miserable, but I'm not. So El Sarmento. I don't know nothing about no hoo-haws. I'm gay. Yeah. Sweet koala. If I showed my boyfriend a picture of someone else's V, he would really think something was wrong with me. I know I'm gonna get done. She's trying to call me now because I'm like, oh hell, I'm almost on a 2-hour deal. Uh, Hef, maybe time for a tattoo. Pull up the comments. Okay, I'll try to hurry. Hot Mess Express, that's putting it mildly. Yeah. Alan had to leave. Lady Sue, Ladybird Sue. Obviously, they didn't have to send them, but that's beyond that's beside the point. They did, but she shouldn't be showing them to anyone. Are you really gonna go there and say that? Oh well, she sent them. They sent them, so you know. Yeah, narcissist, a legitimate diagnosis unless you're a pro, don't diagnose. Absolutely. What am I missing? Yeah, isn't Tommy in his 50s? Yeah, they have sex, but there's no intimacy. I agree. Judy Chen says, we have had disagreements in the past. However, what was done to Hef was disgusting. To betray someone and publicly humiliate them is just plain evil. Hef says Susie and Marilyn have done more to fight Scientology than she ever has. There's that. Catherine Churchill, I'm in trauma therapy and I don't feel the need to trash people that disagree with me. I don't either. She does nothing to fight for the cause. She seems very proud to say that she does not watch other people's. I never got that. Yeah. In some states, therapists, without treating a person who diagnose people publicly, can face a disciplinary action. Yeah, Marilyn, if you lost subs, you lost them for the right reason, and they'll be back. Or more will come there. Yeah, Jenna's last post did kick ass and take names. Bless her heart. Marilyn had to go. She's having dinner with her daughter. Good. DOA is a fraud. Good to see you. I also saw somewhere in there, I saw Dusty. Good to see you. I missed it whenever I was going back through here. Yeah, this is about my longest one I've ever done. Yeah, was she trying to butter you up for a hoo-ha picture? Dusty says, all my friends are here. Yes, we are. Everybody loves Dusty. He's completely lovable. Yeah, you slackers, hit that like button. Oh, goodness. Hef says, I used to love taking my friends to my Pentecostal church just to watch their face when all hell broke loose. I remember going to my aunt's Pentecostal church when I was about 7, and I was like, what the? Yeah, it was crazy. Yes, I am ignoring you. I'm trying to get through here. My body is demanding sleep. Now off to bed. Aw, thank you, Eileen, for being here. Aw, Cat B. Reese lost me when she called you ladies insignificant and trash for nothing. It says more about her than you. Kenny Adcox, hello. Good to see you. Cat B. Yeah, we're almost at 90 minutes. I am trying. I just don't like to leave anything. Like, I don't like to not acknowledge people. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Sandy R. Her specialty is saying that she's not going to say or do something while saying and doing that exact thing. Yeah, I'm not going to look at the haters. I'm not going to talk about it ever again, as she talks about it and then talks about it the next day and the next day and the next day. Doug says, I'm proud of my PP stick. It always goes before me. See, you can talk about stuff and you don't have to be like vulgar. We can laugh. We're all adults here. If they go low, I go funny. Very good, Lathonda. Okay, that's the end of it. I'm going to quit before I get in so much trouble. I already am. If y'all could see, like, I give up. I keep. she's a hoot, y'all. Gotta love her. So anyway, I will probably be live tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise anything because Fridays is usually mine and Mark's little day that we do a few little things together. I love you too, Hef. I really do. I love you guys. I really do. My chat and my subscribers and my mods are the most amazing people. And I know everybody says that, but hello, I know it. So I'm going to go. I will see you guys tomorrow or on somebody else's chat. If anybody does some stuff tonight, I'll be there. See ya. Love you. Bye.